बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। डियर स्टूडेंट्स, बिज़नेस इकनॉमिक्स ECO 400 के लेक्चर नंबर 9 में खुश आमदीद। तो आज के लेक्चर की इब्तिदा जैसा कि हम रूटीन में करते हैं कि पिछले लेक्चर पे कुछ बात करते हैं, रिवाइज करते हैं पिछले लेक्चर को। तो चंद मिनट के लिए वी विल रिव्यू द लास्ट लेक्चर, व्हाट वी हैव लर्न इन द प्रीवियस लेक्चर, एंड देन वी विल डिस्कस what we are going to learn today. So we have learned different measures of cost in the previous lecture. Like we have talked about average total cost, and that is equal to the total cost divided by quantity output. And then we have discussed about the marginal cost concept. Marginal cost basically is the change in total cost due to change in output. So when the firm want to produce an additional unit of output, so there must be change in total cost, right? So that change due to change in output is known as the marginal cost. Now the marginal cost always rises with the quantity of output. Average cost first falls as output increases and then rises. And so average total cost curve, and we have also talked about last time about the shape of the cost curve. Average total cost curves are U-shaped, and this shape of the average total cost curve basically reflect the law of diminishing marginal returns, कि जब एवरेज कास्ट कम होती है तो रिटर्न्स बढ़ते हैं, जब एवरेज कास्ट मिनिमम होती है तो रिटर्न्स मैक्सिमम होते हैं, आउटपुट मैक्सिमम होती है, और जब एवरेज कास्ट राइज करना शुरू करती है तो आउटपुट कम होना शुरू हो जाती है. सो दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ दिस फिनोमेना ATC, average total cost curve, has U-shaped, and the marginal costs are always cross the average total cost curve at minimum point. So marginal cost curve while rising cross or intersect the average total cost curve at a minimum point, and this is the point which is known as efficient point of production, where average total cost is minimum, and if we correspondingly look into the production function, so this is the point where total product is maximum. Now if हम इसके बाद हमने टाइम हॉरिजन की बात की, that cost also depends on time horizon. So we have different time horizons, like we have a short run and long run, and as we talked about, short run is a time period in which certain variables are fixed, and long run is a time period in which all variables are factors, are variables, they can vary, right? So normally the fixed we have a fixed cost which is fixed in the short run, that cannot be changed. So variable, if the firm want to change the output level, so he can only increase the variable factor, which is normally labor, to change the level of output. After this we talked about the long run. In the long run, all variables are all factors of production are variable, right? So what we mean by all factors of production are variable, that fixed cost is also variable, that can be changed. You can buy new equipment, new machinery, you can build a new building, and so on, to change the level of output. So this was the review of previous lecture that we have learned in the last lecture. तो आज की लेक्चर की इब्तिदा करते हैं. ये जो कॉन्सेप्ट जिनकी हमने अभी बात की, ये पिछले लेक्चर्स में, 2 लेक्चर्स में, हमने लेक्चर नंबर 7 और 8 में हमने बात की. वी लर्न डिफरेंट कॉन्सेप्ट. वी लर्न अबाउट द टोटल प्रोडक्ट, मार्जिनल प्रोडक्ट, एवरेज प्रोडक्ट, एंड वी हैव आल्सो लर्नड अबाउट डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ कॉस्ट, लाइक एवरेज कॉस्ट, average total cost, marginal cost, fixed cost, variable cost, every variable cost, and their relationships, right? So we'll try to use those concepts in today's lecture. So our today's topic of discussion, जिस पे आज हम बात करेंगे, that is firms in competitive market. Now from today's onward we are going to start different market structures. We are going to talk about different market structures, how the firm where the firms sell their products, and how they determine prices, how they can determine the maximum profit. So all these questions, the answer for all these questions, we are going to look into the structures of the market, different structures of the market, where the firms can sell their products and fix the price, decide the output, and then earn profit, right? So the first market structure, please keep in mind that जितने भी मार्केट स्ट्रक्चर हम जिनकी बात करेंगे तो इनको डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे विद रिस्पेक्ट टू देयर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स, देयर फीचर्स, राइट? तो शुरू में हर स्ट्रक्चर को शुरू में एक्सप्लेन करने से पहले हम उनकी कुछ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स की बात करेंगे जो कि विच विल मेक दैट स्ट्रक्चर डिफरेंट टू दी फ्रॉम दी अदर स्ट्रक्चर, राइट? तो सबसे पहले आज जिस मार्केट स्ट्रक्चर की बात करेंगे दैट इज कॉम्पिटिटिव मार्केट आर द परफेक्ट कंपटीशन, हाउ द फर्म्स बिहेव इन परफेक्ट कंपटीशन, हाउ दे डिसाइड, हाउ दे फिक्स प्राइस एंड क्वांटिटी इन परफेक्टली कॉम्पिटिटिव मार्केट। तो आज के लेक्चर का कुछ सीक्वेंस इस तरह से है, व्हाट इज ए परफेक्ट कॉम्पिटिटिव मार्केट, and then we'll talk about the revenue of monopolistic competitive firm. Then we'll talk about profit maximization, how the firms maximize their profit in the short run and in the long run under the perfectly competitive market. And then we'll talk about the supply curve of in a competitive market, both in the short run and in the long run. This is the scope of work today. So this is the sequence of the lecture that we're going to discuss in lecture number 9. We start with perfectly competitive markets. So first of all, we would like to see what are the characteristics of this market. इस मार्केट की क्या खूबियाँ हैं, क्या फीचर्स हैं जिसकी वजह से इसको हम डिफ्रेंशिएट कर सकते हैं फ्राम दी अदर मार्केट स्ट्रक्चर्स, और हम कह सकते हैं कि दिस इज ए परफेक्टली कॉम्पिटिटिव मार्केट. सो number one, the first characteristic of perfectly competitive market is that there are large number of buyers and sellers in the market, right? So we can say that in a perfectly competitive market there are large number of buyers and large number of sellers. And number two, the goods offered by various sellers are largely the same. So since there are large number of sellers of the product in the market, so it is assumed that the goods which are produced and supplied in the perfectly competitive market are homogeneous, are the same products. This third characteristics which can distinguish this from the other structures is firms can freely enter and exit from the industry. This is a market structure. Whenever the firms want to enter in this market, they can enter. Whenever the firms want to leave this market, they can leave the market. So no limitations, no restrictions on entry and exit of the firm in this market structure. And number 5, the fifth characteristics of a perfectly competitive market is number 4. Fourth characteristics is perfect competition on both sides of market, right? So when we say both sides, it means sellers and buyers. So all sellers and buyers have a perfect information about the market, about the price, about the type of the product, right? So they know what is going to happen and what is the existing situation of the market. So they have complete information about all aspects of the market. And last, number 5, the fifth characteristics of a perfectly competitive market is that there are no transaction costs. So because all firms are located very close to each other, so if the consumers or the buyers want to buy a product from different sellers, so he can go around and they have to bear no transaction cost. So these are some of the characteristics are the features of a perfectly competitive market. Now as a result of its characteristics, we can say that perfect competitive market has the following outcome, right? So what are the possible outcome because of the 5 characteristics जिनकी हमने अभी बात की? The actions of any single buyers or sellers in the market have a negligible impact on the market price. So this is one of the impact. Since there are large number of sellers and buyers, so no single buyer or no single seller in the market have any impact on the price of the product. No. Number two, each buyer and seller takes the market price as a given. So they have to accept the price which is determined by the market forces, which are demand and supply. So the price which is determined by the market forces, they have to accept that price. They cannot influence or affect the price which is determined by the market forces. So we can say that a competitive market has many buyers and sellers trading identical products, so that each buyer and seller is the price taker. So all buyers and sellers are trading homogeneous product, identical products, so that each buyer and seller is a price taker. So buyer and seller must accept the price which is determined by the market or the market forces. So on the basis of the properties or characteristics of the perfectly competitive market that we have discussed, and that, so we can say that in a perfectly competitive market, the price is determined by the market forces, and all buyer and sellers have a negligible impact on the price, and they have to accept the price which is determined by the market forces. So since they are selling identical products, homogeneous products, and there are large number of sellers, large number of buyers, so they cannot, इनमें से कोई एक बायर और सेलर प्राइस को इफेक्ट नहीं कर सकता, तो दोनों साइड पे जो है so they have to accept the price which is determined by the market forces. And now we'll see what will be the revenue of a competitive firm. So as we know that the total revenue is equal to the price into quantity. Now total revenue is proportional to the amount of output produced by that firm particularly. Now if we would like to find out the average revenue, and the average revenue tells us how much revenue a firm receives for a typical unit sold. हर एक यूनिट किसी चीज़ का बेचने से उसको कितना रेवेन्यू मिलता है, that is known as average revenue. So if we divide the total revenue with the quantity, so we'll get the average revenue of the firm. तो अगर आप देखें कि total revenue हमारा बराबर है price into quantity. So if we divide this equation by quantity, so what we are going to find, quantity जो है quantity के साथ cancel out हो जाएगी, और average revenue will be equal to the price. So हमने क्या नतीजा खज किया इससे कि in case of a perfectly competitive market, in a perfect competition, when the firms are producing in a perfectly competitive market, average revenue of the firm is equal to the price of the product. So this is another characteristics or feature or outcome of the characteristics of perfectly competitive market. पहला हमने क्या कहा कि price is given, price is determined by the market forces because of the characteristics of the perfectly competitive market, and number two, average revenue is equal to the price of the product. Now we'll talk about the marginal revenue. Marginal revenue is the change in total revenue, as we know that due to change in quantity. So whenever we like to calculate the marginal revenue of a firm, right, so that would be calculated as a change in total revenue due to change in output. If the firm wants to sell an additional unit of output, so how much is the addition or the change in total revenue? So that change divided by change in output is known as the marginal revenue of the firm. For a competitive firm's marginal revenue is also equal to the price of the good or product. राइट सो हम इस चीज़ को टोटल रेवेन्यू, एवरेज रेवेन्यू, मार्जिनल रेवेन्यू और प्राइस को इन केस ऑफ ए परफेक्टली कम्पिटिटिव मार्केट इस टेबल के ज़रिए जो कि आपको सामने नज़र आ रहा है स्लाइड पे एक्सप्लेन करने की कोशिश करते हैं. एज यू कैन सी इन द टेबल वी हैव 5 different columns. In the first column we are taking quantity, output produced or supplied in the market of the product, price is in the second column, total revenue then, and average revenue and marginal revenue. Now quantity produced is varied from 1 to 8, and then price, as we know that in perfectly competitive market, price is same and it is $6 here. So in order to calculate the total revenue of the firm, जैसा कि हमें इसके फार्मूला पता है कि TR is equal to price into quantity. So if you multiply the first column with the second column, quantity with price, you will get the total revenue. Now average revenue, how we can calculate that? जैसा कि हमें मालूम है, हमें इल्म है कि average revenue जो है is equal to total revenue by quantity, right? So if you divide the third column, which is the total revenue column by quantity, then you will get the average revenue. So AR is equal to total revenue by Q. So if you divide the third column by first column, we'll get the average revenue, which is 6 again here. So next is how to calculate the marginal revenue, and that is the change in total revenue due to change in quantity. Now so if we want to calculate, there is no marginal revenue for the first unit because that is itself is the because it is the first unit of output. Now when the firm produce second unit of the output, so the total revenue is 12. So the change in total revenue is 12 minus 16, that is equal to 6, and the change in output is 2 minus 1, that is equal to 1. So 6 by 1, that is equal to $6. So similarly you can calculate the change marginal revenue for other units of output, and that is 6 throughout. So if you look at in this table, and if you look in this table, and what we can conclude, that we can see that in case of a perfectly competitive market, price is equal to average revenue is equal to marginal revenue. Now as we know that the objective of each firm, or the ultimate objective or the prime objective of the firm, is to maximize its profit. How they can maximize? This means that the firm wants to produce the quantity that maximize the difference between total revenue and total cost. Now there are two approaches. To explain the profit maximization of a perfectly competitive firm. One approach is the total revenue and total cost approach. The other is marginal revenue and marginal cost approach. Now according to the total revenue and total cost approach, the profit of the firm is maximum at the point where the difference between TR and TC is maximum. जहाँ पे total revenue और total cost के दरमियान जो फर्क है वो ज़्यादा होगा, that is the point, that is the output where the profit of the firm will be maximum according to this approach. Now as far as the second approach is concerned, that is the marginal revenue and the marginal cost approach, in that case the profit of the firm will be maximum at the point or at the output level where MR is equal to MC, where marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost, and at that point is known as the profit maximizing point of a perfectly competitive market. तो इस चीज़ को एक न्यूमेरिकल एग्जांपल के जरिए एक्सप्लेन करते हैं, और उसके बाद विल ट्राई टू एक्सप्लेन द प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमाइजेशन विद द हेल्प ऑफ डिफरेंट डायग्राम से भी इसको एक्सप्लेन करेंगे. उससे पहले हम इस टेबल के जरिए कोशिश करते हैं कि विल ट्राई टू सी एट व्हाट लेवल ऑफ आउटपुट द प्रॉफिट ऑफ द फर्म इज मैक्सिमम अकॉर्डिंग टू TR and TC approach, total revenue and total cost approach, and marginal revenue and marginal cost approach. अगर इस टेबल को आप देखें तो you can see in the first column we are taking the quantity of output. In the second we are taking total revenue, then total cost, and then profit, marginal revenue, marginal cost, and change in total profit. Now corresponding to different units of output produced and supplied in the market, we have a total revenue, different total revenue, and of course against revenue we have the total cost of the firm. Now as we know that according to total revenue and total cost approach, the profit is the difference between TR minus TC. So if we subtract column 3 from column 2, we'll get column 4, which is the profit according to total revenue minus total cost approach. Now if you look at in the profit column and corresponding to the output column, तो कहाँ पे कौन सा ऐसा लेवल ऑफ आउटपुट है जहाँ पे फर्म का प्रॉफिट जो है मैक्सिमम है। अगर देखें आप फोर्थ यूनिट ऑफ आउटपुट विच गिव्स 7 where the profit is 7, and again the fifth unit the profit is also 7. So fifth, if the unit is the level of output where the profit of the firm is maximum, this is the point where the profit of the firm will be maximum, and that is 7. Now we will try to explain with the second approach, that is marginal revenue and marginal cost approach. As we know that how we can calculate the marginal revenue, and it can be calculated as change in total revenue due to change in quantity. As we know that since it is a perfectly competitive market and MR is same for all units of output sold in the market, so that is 6 here. Then marginal cost is the change in total cost due to change in output. So आप जो cost total cost का कॉलम है इसमें जो चेंज आएगी सबसिक्वेंट यूनिट्स के प्रोड्यूस करने से, एंड देन द चेंज इन क्वांटिटी, अगर इन दोनों को आप डिवाइड कर देंगे द चेंज इन टोटल कास्ट को चेंज इन क्वांटिटी के साथ, तो यू विल गेट द मार्जिनल कास्ट ऑफ द फर्म, राइट। सो ये हम ऑलरेडी पिछले लेक्चर में भी इस पर डिटेल्ड बात कर चुके हैं और हमने सीखा कि किस तरह मार्जिनल कॉस्ट निकालते हैं, तो उसी तरह आप मार्जिनल कास्ट यहाँ पे भी निकाल लेंगे। नाउ अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस अप्रोच कहाँ पे प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमम होता है, एंड एज वी सेड दैट द प्रॉफिट ऑफ द फर्म विल बी मैक्सिमम एट द पॉइंट वेयर MR इज इक्वल टू MC। सो जहाँ पे MR MC के बराबर होगा उस पॉइंट पे फर्म का जो प्रॉफिट है दैट विल बी मैक्सिमम। अगर आप देखें तो कहाँ पे जो है फर्म का जो है MR MC के बराबर है, तो इफ़ यू लुक एट फिफ्थ यूनिट ऑफ आउटपुट, तो at that level of output the MR is 6 and MC is also 6, so MR is equal to MC, and this is the point where the profit of the firm will be maximum. So change in profit is calculated in the next column, which is the difference between MR minus MC, and you can see after this point when the profit MR is equal to MC, if the firm continue to produce, marginal the change in profit will become negative, so that it means the firm will go into loss, right? So this is the point where MR is equal to MC। और अगर आप पीछे देखें दूसरी अप्रोच के तहत, तो इसी पॉइंट पे, इसी लेवल ऑफ आउटपुट पे जो डिफरेंस है बिटवीन टोटल रेवेन्यू एंड टोटल कास्ट वो भी मैक्सिमम है। तो आप कह सकते हैं द फिफ्थ यूनिट ऑफ द आउटपुट इज द लेवल ऑफ आउटपुट वेयर द प्रॉफिट ऑफ द फर्म इज मैक्सिमम अकॉर्डिंग टू बोथ अप्रोचेस विच आर टोटल रेवेन्यू एंड टोटल कॉस्ट अप्रोच एंड मार्जिनल रेवेन्यू एंड मार्जिनल कॉस्ट अप्रोच। उस कोशिश करेंगे अभी जो जिसकी हमने बात की कि फर्म का प्रॉफिट कहाँ पे मैक्सिमम होता है अंडर परफेक्टली कम्पिटिटिव मार्केट, वी एक्सप्लेन्ड विद द हेल्प ऑफ ए न्यूमेरिकल एग्जांपल। तो उसी चीज़ को हम कोशिश करते हैं कि ग्राफ के ज़रिए भी एक्सप्लेन करें कि कहाँ पे पॉसिबिलिटी हो सकती है फर्म का प्रॉफिट कहाँ पे मैक्सिमम होगा विद द हेल्प बाय यूजिंग मार्जिनल रेवेन्यू एंड मार्जिनल कास्ट अप्रोच। On y-axis, as we know that we are measuring cost and revenues, and then on x-axis we are measuring the quantity of output produced. जैसा कि आप देखें यहाँ पे we have different cost curves and revenue curve। सबसे पहले हम स्टार्ट करते हैं how to draw the revenue curve, average revenue and marginal revenue curve. As we said that in perfectly competitive market, price is same. It is no single seller or buyer can influence the price of the product. Price is equal to the average revenue also and marginal revenue. So the revenue curve will be straight line. Whatever is the level of output produced and sold in the market, price will remain same and average revenue and marginal revenue will remain same. So we have a straight horizontal line for price, average revenue and marginal revenue curve. And then as we know that अब ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है, अब देखें आवर ऑब्जेक्टिव हियर इन दिस डायग्राम इज टू फाइंड वेयर द प्रॉफिट ऑफ द फर्म इज मैक्सिमम। सो एज वी डिस्कस टू अप्रोचेस, वन इज द टोटल रेवेन्यू एंड टोटल कास्ट अप्रोच। उसके ज़रिए हमने ये देखा और बताया कि प्रॉफिट कहाँ पे मैक्सिमम होता है, जहाँ पे द डिफरेंस बिटवीन TR एंड TC इज मैक्सिमम, राइट। अब दूसरी अप्रोच के ज़रिए which is the marginal revenue and marginal cost approach, and the golden rule of profit maximization under this approach is profit is maximum at the point where MR is equal to MC. तो यू नो MR इज इक्वल, सो हमने फाइंड करना है कि टोटल रेवेन्यू क्या है फर्म का, टोटल कास्ट क्या है, ताकि हम दोनों का डिफरेंस निकाल सकें और फर्म का प्रॉफिट बता सके। तो इसलिए हमें इस डायग्राम में रेवेन्यू कर्व्स भी चाहिए और कास्ट कर्व्स भी चाहिए, राइट। सो वी हैव एवरेज टोटल कास्ट कर्व, एज वी नो दैट द शेप ऑफ द कास्ट कर्व इज यू शेप्ड, and then we have average variable cost which is below than the average total cost curve, because average total cost curve also includes the average fixed cost also, so it is always above than the average variable cost. So blue line में अगर देखें तो we have average total cost curve and then we have average variable cost curve, and if you see we have a straight line MC curve, marginal cost curve. Now this MC curve is intersecting, it has three points, like if we see at point A की अगर आप बात करें तो point A पे क्या है सूरत हाल कि MR is greater than MC, so MR curve is above than MC. So at this point, so firms can continue to produce, so we can say MR is greater than MC, so output will continue to rise and the firm will move to further point which is point B, where MR is equal to MC. If we consider another point which is point C, उस पे क्या सूरत हाल है कि MC is greater than MR, so output will this implies that when MC is greater than MR, जब माइनर कॉस्ट ज़्यादा है माइनर रेवेन्यू से, तो क्या होगा, firm will start producing less, output start going down, so right, the firm will move to point B. So B is the point where MR is intersecting to MC or MC is intersecting to MR, and this is, as we said, that a golden rule of profit maximization is where MR is equal to MC. So we can prove that, or we can say that point B is the point where MR is equal to MC, and this is the point where the profit of the firm is maximum. The firm maximizes profit by producing the quantity at which marginal cost equals marginal revenue. So in this diagram अगर हम बात करें तो हमने 3 पॉइंट्स की बात की, पॉइंट A, B एंड C की। पॉइंट A पे क्या सूरत हाल है, जहाँ पे हमने देखा कि MR इज ग्रेटर देन MC। जब MR MC से ज़्यादा होता है, so this implies that the output level will increase from this point, can increase or will increase also. Firm will want to produce more, and if we are at point C, so what is happening at point C, that here MC marginal cost जो है MR से ज़्यादा है। जब MC MR से ज़्यादा है, कॉस्ट जो है मार्जिनल कॉस्ट जो है मार्जिनल रेवेन्यू से ज़्यादा है, तो फर्म विल प्रोड्यूस लेस, स्टार्ट प्रोड्यूसिंग लेस, राइट। सो द फर्म विल मूव टुवर्ड्स पॉइंट B. So point B is a point where MC is intersecting MR. It means MR is equal to MC, and this is the point where the profit of the firm will be maximum, right? This is represented by Q max. This is the output where the profit of the firm is maximum, and this is the price which is determined or which is being charged in the market, in a perfectly competitive market. So what we have seen that when MR is greater than MC, Q increase, this implies increase in Q. When MR is less than MC, decrease in Q. So when MR is equal to MC, so that is the profit maximizing point, and this is the point where profit is profit of the firm is maximum. Now marginal cost as the competitive firm supply curve. The section of the firm marginal cost curve is also the firm supply curve. So the portion above the portion which is above than the minimum point of every total cost curve is also known as the supply curve of the firm in perfectly competitive. Why? Because you know that, so we compare this portion or this marginal cost with marginal revenue, right? So as we have seen that if MR is greater than MC, so this implies increase in Q. If MR is less than MC, this implies decrease in Q. So this is a portion which this is positively sloped, and this determines the supply supply of the product in the market. So we can say that the portion which is above than the minimum point, please keep a minimum point of average total cost curve. अगर आप देखें तो माइनल कॉस्ट जो है एवरेज टोटल कॉस्ट को कहाँ पे इंटरसेक्ट कर रहा है, एट पॉइंट ए विच इज द मिनिमम पॉइंट ऑफ एवरेज टोटल कॉस्ट कर्व. इससे ऊपर वाला जो हिस्सा है, दिस सेक्शन ऑफ द फर्म्स MC curve is also the firm supply curve. There are different possibilities. We will try to explain the possibilities of the firms in the short run and in the long run in a perfectly competitive market. As we know that there are two time horizons, short run and long run. So there is a possibility that the firm has to face different possibilities in the short run and in the long run. So as far as short run is concerned, there are three different possibilities, or you can say four different possibilities. Number one, first possibility is that the firm, some firms will be earning abnormal profit, in the short run under a perfectly competitive market. And second possibility is that firms may earn, some firm may earn or can earn normal profit. Third possibility in the short run in a perfectly competitive market is that some firm will be bearing loss. And the fourth possibility is that the firms can shut down their business when they are not completing or fulfilling or getting the even variable cost from their business, right? So there are four possibilities with the firm under the short run in a perfectly competitive market. And what are those possibilities? As we said, that one, that some firm will be earning abnormal profit, some may be earning normal profit, and some bearing loss, and some will be earning, some will be shutting down or getting out of business. So we'll explain these possibilities with the help of diagram. अगर आप देखें स्लाइड पे, आप हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं शो करने की, we want to show the profit of the firm when the firm was earning profit in the short run and under perfectly competitive market. So as we said that we need revenue curves as well as cost curve to explain the profit of the firm. So on y-axis we are measuring revenue and costs, and on x-axis we are measuring quantity. And as we know that price and average revenue and marginal revenue curve is the same, or the demand curve is same in a perfectly competitive market, and it is horizontal, and we can see this curve with the green line. And then we need to draw the average total cost curve and average variable cost curve. And as we know that हमने पिछले लेक्चर में देखा कि इन दोनों की शेप जो है U shaped है, और average total cost जो है is above than the average variable cost. And why? Because average total cost has two parts, average fixed cost and average variable cost. अगर दोनों को आप जमा करते हैं तो आपको average total cost मिलती है, right? So average total cost is bigger than average variable cost, so that is always above than the average variable cost. Now कहाँ पे firm का profit maximum होगा? As we said in the under the marginal revenue and marginal cost approach, the golden rule of profit maximization is where MR is equal to MC. तो हम MC कर्व ड्रा करेंगे. MC कर्व ड्रा करने के वक्त आप कोशिश कीजिएगा कि MC कर्व while rising should intersect the average total cost curve at its minimum point. जब marginal cost rise कर रहा हो और ऊपर जा रहा हो तो कोशिश करें कि ऐसे ड्रा करें कि it should intersect the minimum point of average total cost curve, because that is the efficient point, efficient scale point for the firm, right? So we draw the marginal cost curve which is intersecting the minimum point, which is passing through the minimum point of average total cost curve and intersecting MR curve at point E. So this is a point, E is the point where MR is equal to MC, and we can say that this is a point which is the profit maximizing point. Now how we can determine this maximum profit? So what is the profit? How we can show the profit? So as we know that profit is the difference between total revenue minus total cost. So we need to find total revenue first and then total cost. So if you look in this diagram, how we can find the total revenue? Now what is the total revenue? Price into quantity, right? Now you have to start from the profit maximizing point, which is point E. So if we say that how much is the quantity produced or supplied in the market, that is OQ, and what is the price is OP. So if we multiply this OQEP, so this will become the total revenue of the firm. So this rectangle OQEP is the total revenue of the firm. Now जब आप पॉइंट E से नीचे आते हैं तो नीचे आते हुए ये आप लाइन जो है इंटरसेक्ट करती है एवरेज टोटल कॉस्ट कर्व को एट सम पॉइंट विच यू कैन गिव ए नेम एट लाइक M, और जब x एक्सिस पे या y एक्सिस पे जाते हैं तो यहाँ पे भी एक नाम दे दे MN. सो द टोटल कॉस्ट ऑफ द फर्म इज OQ इनटू MQ, right? So if you multiply this OQMN, we'll get the total cost of the firm. So OQMN is the total cost. अगर आप देखें, we have two rectangles now. One rectangle is for the total revenue, the other rectangle is for the total cost. So अगर आप देखें तो जो rectangle total revenue वाली है, that is bigger than the total cost. So the difference between total revenue and total cost, which is green shaded with green color, so this portion is known as the profit of the firm. So this is the point. So we started from the point that the profit of the firm is maximum at the point where MR is equal to MC, और वहाँ से हमने शुरू किया और हमने कोशिश की कि प्रॉफिट निकालें, और उसके लिए हमने टोटल रेवेन्यू मालूम किया, which is OQEP, that is the bigger rectangle, and then we have found total cost, which is OQMN, and the difference between total revenue and total cost is the profit, which is in the green color, right? So the profit of the firm is you can write that profit is equal to MNEP is the profit of the firm in this case. So this was the first possibility under perfectly competitive market, and we have shown that some firms in perfectly competitive market can also earn profit, right? एक numerical example से हम इस चीज को explain करते हैं. We have given two things. One is the price, which is $10. अगर आप देखें इस equation में, और we have a given total cost function which is equal to 5 plus Q square, right? Now we are asked to find the optimal price, quantity and revenue, profit of the firm. So as we know that for profit we need to find profit is equal to total revenue minus total cost. So we need to find TR and TC. TR is price into quantity. Now price is given to us, we need to find quantity. For that purpose we need to set the condition of profit maximization, which is MR is equal to MC. Now for MR, as we know that in perfect competition price is equal to MR, and which is $10. So for MC we need to get this from the cost curve. The MC is equal to change in total cost due to change in Q, and that is equal to 2Q, right? So if we equate 2Q is equal to 10, Q is equal to 5. So we have price, which is 5. Now we can calculate total revenue, which is 5 into 10, and that is equal to 50. 50 is the total revenue. Now total cost, if we substitute the value of Q here, we get 5 plus Q की कितनी की आपने units निकाले, that is 5 square, 25, 5 plus 25, and 5 plus 25, that is equal to 30, right? So 30 is the total cost of the firm, revenue is 50, so profit will be equal to 50 minus 30, that is equal to $20. So we can also explain the concept of profit maximization in a perfectly competitive market with the help of numerical examples also. मैं इसको repeat करता हूँ दोबारा. What we have given price, which is 10. We have given cost function, total cost function, which is equal to 5 plus Q square. Now we are asked to find the optimal level of output, Q, where the profit of the firm is maximum. So how we can do that? as we know that we need to the profit of the firm is maximum at the point, so this would be your starting point. यहाँ से आप शुरू करेंगे कि फर्म का जो प्रॉफिट है वो मैक्सिमम होता है एक ऐसे पॉइंट पे जहाँ पे एम आर इज इक्वल टू एम सी. तो जहाँ पे एम आर एम सी के बराबर होता है, तो हमें अब यहाँ पे देखें कि आपको क्या फाइंड करना है, एम आर और एम सी. एज वी नो दैट इन परफेक्टली कम्पिटिटिव मार्केट प्राइस इज इक्वल टू एम आर, सो एम आर इज 10. So what is MC? MC अगर cost, total cost को आप अगर differentiate करें, so it is the change in total cost due to change in output. So that is 5 का जो which is constant का जो डेरिवेटिव होता है वो 0 होता है, और प्लस क्यू स्क्वायर का जो डेरिवेटिव है पावर को आप नीचे ले आते हैं और उसमें से एक कम करते हैं, 2q आ जाएगा. So MC is equal to 2q. So if we now substitute the values of MR and MC, right, so which is 2q is equal to 10 and q will be equal to 5. So the optimum level of output at optimal price 10 is 5, right? So how we can for profit we need to total revenue and total cost. Total revenue is equal to price into quantity. Price is 10, quantity is 5. 10 into 5, 50 is the total revenue of the firm. And what would be the total cost? So if we substitute the value of q in the total cost function which is given to us with the equation c into q is equal to 5 plus q square, तो यहाँ पे अगर आप q की वैल्यू रखते हैं तो that will be equal to 5 plus 5 into square, 5 plus 25 and is equal to 30. और अब हम प्रॉफिट कैसे निकालते हैं? As we know that profit of the firm is equal to total revenue minus total cost. And what is the total revenue here? Is 50. Total cost is 30. 50 minus 30 will give us the profit of the firm at price 10 and quantity 5, and the profit is equal to $20. This is another situation, जैसा कि हमने बात की कि शॉर्ट रन में फर्म्स के पास इन परफेक्टली कम्पिटिटिव डिफरेंट पॉसिबिलिटीज़ होती हैं. कुछ फर्म्स जो है प्रॉफिट कमा रही होती हैं, कुछ जो है नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट कमा रही होती हैं, कुछ नुकसान में जा रही होती हैं, कुछ बिजनेस बंद करके दे आर गेटिंग आउट ऑफ बिजनेस शट डाउन पॉइंट जिसे हम कहते हैं. तो अब दूसरी जो चीज़ है, दूसरा हम एक्सप्लेन करना चाह रहे हैं कि हाउ वी कैन एक्सप्लेन द लॉस of the firm in perfectly competitive market with the help of a diagram. तो कोशिश करते हैं कि इस डायग्राम के जरिए हम इस चीज़ को एक्सप्लेन करें. As usual we are measuring revenue and cost on y-axis and quantity of output on x-axis, and we have the marginal and price and demand curve which is with green line color, and that is horizontal as we know it is given to the firms. And then we need to draw. अब देखें, आपने लॉस शो करना है, तो लॉस शो करने के लिए आपका जो एवरेज टोटल कास्ट कर्व है वो रेवेन्यू कर्व से ऊपर होना चाहिए. अगर आपको याद होगा तो पिछले डायग्राम में जब हमने प्रॉफिट की बात की तो एवरेज टोटल कास्ट कर्व का जो मिनिमम पॉइंट था वो हमने नीचे ड्रॉ किया था रेवेन्यू के, राइट. तो अब आप जब आपने ये ज़हन में रखना है कि आप एक्सप्लेन क्या कर रहे हैं. सिंस हेयर वी आर ट्राइंग टू शो द लॉस ऑफ द फर्म, तो एवरेज कॉस्ट कर्व जो है, एवरेज टोटल कॉस्ट कर्व जो है वो दैट वुड बी अबव देन द रेवेन्यू कर्व, और उसका मिनिमम पॉइंट भी ऊपर होगा. एवरेज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट कर्व विल बी बिलो देन द रेवेन्यू कर्व. सो फॉर प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमाइजेशन हमें MC कर्व ड्रा करना है, बिकॉज वी नो दैट प्रॉफिट और लॉस दोनों मालूम करने के लिए प्रॉफिट फर्म का मैक्सिमम वहाँ पे होता है जहाँ पे MR इज इक्वल टू MC, राइट. तो MC कर्व जो प्रॉफिट को इंटरसेक्ट कर रहा है इज इंटरसेक्टिंग एट पॉइंट E, राइट. E इज द पॉइंट वेयर MR इज इंटरसेक्टिंग MC. नाउ इस पॉइंट से ऊपर नीचे जाते हैं टू फाइंड टोटल रेवेन्यू एंड टोटल कास्ट ऑफ द फर्म. जब ऊपर जाते हैं तो ये कास्ट कर्व को इज इंटरसेक्टिंग एट पॉइंट Q, sorry, let us say this is the point, what we call it, this is, we can say it, this is T with different name because QP already there on the graph. So T is the point where जहाँ पे ये लाइन जाके एवरेज टोटल कॉस्ट मिलती है. अब as we know that for profit loss or profit we need to find total revenue. Total revenue is equal to price into quantity. प्राइस इज OP, क्वांटिटी इज OQ, और ये MR MC को पॉइंट E पे इंटरसेक्ट कर रहा है. तो ये जो रेक्टेंगल है OQEP की, दिस इज द टोटल रेवेन्यू ऑफ द फर्म, OQEP is the total revenue of the firm. What is the total cost here? अगर आप देखें total revenue is equal to average total cost, which is OQTR OR and into OQ. So if we multiply OR with OQ, so we'll get this rectangle OQTR. OQTR is the, this is not total revenue, total cost is OQTR is the total cost. अगर आप गौर से इस डायग्राम में देखें, जो total cost की rectangle है, which is bigger than the total revenue, right? OQTR is the rectangle for total cost. OQEP is the rectangle for total revenue. So the difference between total revenue minus total cost is the loss of the firm, right? So since TR is greater than TC is greater than TR here, so the firm is bearing loss here in this diagram. So this is possible, another possibility कि शॉर्ट रन में कुछ ऐसी फर्म्स होती हैं जिनको नुकसान हो रहा होता है, बट आप कह सकते हैं कि जब नुकसान हो रहा है तो वाई दे आर इन बिजनेस, सिंस दे आर कवरिंग देयर वेरिएबल कॉस्ट, अगर देखें दैट इज बिलो देन द रेवेन्यू कर्व, सो उनके वेरिएबल कॉस्ट कवर हो रहे थे, उनकी फिक्स कॉस्ट कवर नहीं हो रही होती, तो दे वुड लाइक टू रिमेन बिजनेस बिकॉज दिस लॉस इज इन द शॉर्ट रन. सो दे एक्सपेक्ट दैट देयर इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी दैट इन द लॉन्ग रन इफ देयर इज अ लॉस, some firm are bearing loss, so they will exit from the industry or they start earning normal profit. तो दो possibilities हमने देखी कि पहली possibility हमने क्या देखी कि there is a possibility that some firm will be earning profit in the short run. जब profit earn कर रही होती है firm तो क्या होता है, क्या possibility होती है, नई firms enter करती हैं industry में, so they can also earn the profit because they see that, they foresee that the existing firms are earning profit, so they want to enter in this business and they also want to earn profit. तो क्या होता है जब नई firms आती हैं, जो profit होता है existing profit है वो distribute हो जाता है among the existing firms and the new firms. So overall profit जो firms का है कम हो जाता है and the firms start earning normal profit. अब दूसरी जो condition हमने बात देखी short run में possibility देखी, that is some firm will be earning loss in the short run. जब loss होता है तो क्या होता है, कुछ firms जो है निकल जाती हैं business से, so then the existing firms start earning normal profit. So there is possibility that in the short run some firm will also be earning normal profit. How we can explain normal profit? So I can draw this curve here. So I can explain this with the help of this diagram. If you look in this diagram, we are measuring revenue and cost on y-axis, quantity on x-axis. We have a revenue curve, as we know it is a straight line, price, marginal revenue and demand. Now as we said that firms will be earning normal profit, so you need to draw the average total cost curve in that way where the minimum point of average total cost curve will be intersecting to the marginal revenue curve. So हम ड्रा करेंगे उसका जो minimum point है, that is the intersecting average मार्जिनल रेवेन्यू कर्व को, और वहीं से हम कोशिश करेंगे जो मार्जिनल कॉस्ट कर्व है वो भी गुजारें MC. Why we need MC? Because the profit maximization condition is where MR is equal to MC, right? Now this is a point E where the profit of the firm is maximum. यहाँ से नीचे आके आप find कर सकते हैं quantity. So what is the total revenue here? OQEP. What is the total cost here? OQEP. So TR is equal to TC. So we can say that since the total revenue is equal to total cost, so the firm will be earning normal profit. So there is possibilities, इसको आप रिलेट कर सकते हैं फर्स्ट टू पॉसिबिलिटी से कि हमने कहा कि कुछ फर्म जो है ऐसी हैं जो शॉर्ट रन में मुनाफा कमाती हैं, जब मुनाफा कमाती हैं तो इंसेंटिव होता है नई फर्म्स के लिए, वो नई फर्म्स आ जाती हैं, तो मुनाफा जो है वो तकसीम हो जाता है बिटवीन द एग्जिस्टिंग एंड न्यू फर्म्स, तो फर्म्स जो है नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट कमाना शुरू कर देती हैं। इसी तरह दूसरी पॉसिबिलिटीज में हमने देखा कि जब कुछ फर्म्स को नुकसान हो रहा होता है तो नुकसान होने की वजह से क्या होता है कि कुछ फर्म्स बिजनेस छोड़ जाती हैं। जब बिजनेस छोड़ती हैं तो जो एग्जिस्टिंग फर्म्स हैं दे विल स्टार्ट अर्निंग नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट। तो एक पॉसिबिलिटी शॉर्ट रन में हो सकती है कि फर्म्स को नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट हो रहा है। अब नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट क्या है कि टोटल रेवेन्यूज को टोटल कास्ट, तो हम ये कहते हैं कि फर्म की जितनी कॉस्ट है उतना रेवेन्यू है, दे वांट टू रिमेन इन द बिजनेस, सो दे आर नॉट अर्निंग प्रॉफिट but the normal profit, so what they are basically spending they are getting from selling that product. अब जो लास्ट पॉइंट है, लास्ट पॉसिबिलिटी है शॉर्ट रन में, सो दैट इज द शट डाउन डिसीजन रूल. That is the shutdown decision rule. A profit maximizing should continue to operate sustain in the short run if its operating loss is less than its fixed cost. So जब तक उसके फिक्स वेरिएबल कॉस्ट कवर हो रहे होते हैं तो द फर्म जो है कंटिन्यू टू ऑपरेट करती है इन द शॉर्ट रन. सो डिसीजन रूल क्या है? ए फर्म शुड शट डाउन व्हेन पी इज लेस देन मिनिमम ऑफ एवरेज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट. तो जब उसकी प्राइस एवरेज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट का जो मिनिमम पॉइंट है उससे भी कम हो जाती है तो फर्म्स को चाहिए कि वो दे शुड क्लोज देयर बिजनेस एंड शट डाउन एंड गो आउट फ्रॉम द बिजनेस एंड कंटिन्यू ऑपरेटिंग एज लॉन्ग एज P is greater than or equal to the minimum point of average variable cost, right? तो जब उसके बराबर होती है तो कोशिश करते हैं कि उसके वेरिएबल कॉस्ट कवर हो रहे होते हैं तो फर्म वुड लाइक टू प्रोड्यूस एंड वुड लाइक टू सप्लाई द प्रोडक्ट इन द मार्केट एंड वुड लाइक टू रिमेन इन द परफेक्टली कॉम्पिटिटिव मार्केट. सो the decision rule for the firm will be a firm should continue in the business, continue to supply the product in the market when P is less than minimum of average variable cost. Sorry, firm should shut down when P is less than minimum of average variable cost curve and continue operating as long as price is greater than or equal to minimum point of average variable cost curve. Now अगर आप देखें so this is the point you can see that and where the firm we can see that the price is equal to minimum of average variable cost. We have three cost curve, average variable cost curve, average total cost curve, then marginal cost curve. और जो marginal cost curve is intersecting the minimum point of average variable cost curve. So this is the price, so that is equal to the price is equal to the minimum of average variable cost curve. So the firm will continue टू टिल दिस पॉइंट. अगर यहाँ से आपका एवरेज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट कर्व इस पॉइंट से ऊपर चला जाता है तो वो दैट वुड बी द शट डाउन पॉइंट. एंड दिस पोर्शन वेयर ग्रीन लाइन जो देखें आपकी विच इज द मिनिमम सो विच इज द पोर्शन ऑफ मार्जिनल कॉस्ट कर्व अबव देन द मिनिमम पॉइंट ऑफ एवरेज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट कर्व. तो मिनिमम एवरेज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट कर्व से सॉरी मिनिमम पॉइंट जो है एवरेज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट कर्व का उससे जो ऊपर वाला पोर्शन है मार्जिनल कॉस्ट कर्व का, दैट पोर्शन इज नोन एज द शॉर्ट रन सप्लाई कर्व ऑफ द फर्म अंडर परफेक्टली कॉम्पिटिटिव मार्केट. सो फर्म शॉर्ट रन सप्लाई कर्व इज इक्वल टू MC अबव मिनिमम पॉइंट ऑफ द एवरेज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट कर्व. यहाँ पे इस डायग्राम में द फर्म शट डाउन डिसीजन टू शट डाउन द बिजनेस, द कॉम्पिटिटिव फर्म शॉर्ट एंड सप्लाई कर्व को हम एक्सप्लेन करने की कोशिश करते हैं. अगर आप देखें तो वी हैव थ्री कर्व्स अगेन इन दिस डायग्राम, एवरेज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट, एवरेज टोटल कॉस्ट एंड देन मार्जिनल कॉस्ट. आप देखें द पोर्शन फर्म शॉर्ट एंड सप्लाई कर्व इज द पोर्शन which is above than the minimum point of average variable cost. So if price is above greater than the average total cost curve, the firm will continue to produce at a profit. The portion of MC which is above than the minimum point of ATC, or if the firm continues to produce at this point, after this point, so the firm is always earning profit. And if P is greater than AVC, firm will continue to produce in the short run because they are covering their variable cost. But if price is less than average variable cost curve, which is this point जो कि red line है, तो the firms will that P is less than average variable cost curve, the firm will shut down from the business. तो इस डायग्राम से तीन पॉसिबिलिटीज हमने एक्सप्लेन करने की कोशिश की। अगर तीन चीजें हैं, अगर आप देखें, we have three curve: average variable cost curve, average total cost curve and marginal cost curve. अब जो मार्जिनल कॉस्ट कर्व है, जब वो मिनिमम पॉइंट को, एवरेज टोटल कास्ट के मिनिमम पॉइंट को जहाँ पे इंटरसेक्ट करता है और उससे जो ऊपर का हिस्सा है मार्जिनल कॉस्ट कर्व का, दैट पोर्शन इज नोन एज द फर्म शॉर्ट टर्म सप्लाई कर्व। और हम ये कहते हैं कि अगर जो प्राइस है चीज़ की, इफ दैट प्राइस इज ग्रेटर देन ATC, द फर्म विल कंटिन्यू टू प्रोड्यूस एट ए प्रॉफिट। एंड अगर आप दूसरी तरफ चले जाएं, इफ प्राइस इज ग्रेटर देन AVC, firm will continue to produce in the short run. They will remain in the business. अगर प्राइस ज़्यादा है एवरेज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट से, so they will remain and they produce and supply product in the market. But if the third point is, if price is less than the एवरेज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट, AVC से कम होती है प्राइस, विच इज दिस पॉइंट लेट अस से, इसको हम कोई नाम दे देते हैं पॉइंट A। अगर इस पॉइंट पे फर्म है एंड प्राइस इज लेस देन एवरेज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट कर्व, तो क्या कहते हैं, द फर्म्स विल शट डाउन, दे विल क्लोज द बिजनेस। सो द पोर्शन ऑफ मार्जिनल कॉस्ट कर्व दैट लाइज above average variable cost curve is the competitive firm short run supply curve। तो टोटल जो सप्लाई कर्व होगा शॉर्ट रन में, अगर आप इस पोर्शन को, ऊपर वाले पोर्शन को जो कि मिनिमम पॉइंट है एवरेज टोटल कास्ट का, उससे ऊपर है, और दैट इज बिटवीन द एवरेज टोटल कास्ट एंड एवरेज वेरिएबल कास्ट कर्व, इन दोनों पोर्शन को मिला दें तो हम कह सकते हैं जो एक्चुअल शॉर्ट रन सप्लाई कर्व है फर्म का अंडर परफेक्टली कॉम्पिटिटिव मार्केट, दैट इज द above than the average variable cost curve. So यहाँ से शुरू होके यहाँ तक जो पोर्शन है मार्जिनल कॉस्ट कर्व का is known as the short run supply curve of the firm. So this was all about the firm behavior in the short run under perfectly competitive market. Now what is going to happen in the long run, right? So in the long run, the firm exit if the revenue it would get from producing is less than the total cost. Exit if TR is less than TC. Exit if TR average revenue is less than average cost. Exit if price is less than average total cost. Right? A firm will enter in the industry if such an action would be profitable, like suppose if total revenue is greater than total cost, and if average revenue is greater than average cost and price is greater than average total cost. So we can say that the firm long run decision to exit and enter from market depends on the following things. So first we'll talk about when the firm can exit from the industry. So there are three possibilities. अगर हम कहते हैं कि firm की जो total revenue total cost से कम है तो they will exit from the industry, और if average revenue is less than average cost तो फिर भी firm जो है exit कर जाएंगी, and even if price is less than ATC again the firm will exit from the industry. Now a firm will enter in the industry in the perfectly competitive market if such an action would be profitable in the long run, if TR is greater than TC as well as average revenue is also greater than average cost and price is also greater than average total cost curve. So these are the decision making points for the firm to enter and exit from the industry in the long run under perfectly competition. तो हमने ये देखा कि अगर फर्म का रेवेन्यू कॉस्ट से ज़्यादा होगा तो फर्म जो है एंटर हो जाएगी इंडस्ट्री में, अगर रेवेन्यू कॉस्ट से कम है तो फर्म्स एग्जिट कर जाएगी फ्रॉम द इंडस्ट्री इन द लॉन्ग रन. So what will happen, what will be the situation in the market in the long run? So हम ये कह सकते हैं कि in the long run there is possibilities with the firm के जो फर्म्स को, जिन फर्म्स को नुकसान हो रहा होता है वो लॉन्ग रन में अपना बिजनेस बंद कर देती हैं और इंडस्ट्री को छोड़ देती हैं, और अगर जिन फर्म्स को शॉर्ट रन में प्रॉफिट हो रहा होता है तो लॉन्ग रन में नई फर्म्स आ जाती हैं, और फर्म्स जब नई फर्म्स आती हैं तो प्रॉफिट मार्जिन जो है डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो जाता है अमंग द न्यू एंड एग्जिस्टिंग फर्म. So what is the possibilities that we can encounter in the long run? That is the only possibilities that all firms will start earning normal profit in the long run. And what is the situation? What is how we can explain that, where the total revenue is equal to total cost, so the firms operate at that point and the profit of the firm will be maximum. अगर इस डायग्राम में आप देखें उसी तरह रेवेन्यू एंड कॉस्ट ऑन वाई एक्सिस, क्वांटिटी ऑन एक्स एक्सिस, वी हैव ATC एवरेज टोटल कॉस्ट कर्व, एंड फॉर प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमाइजेशन this is the red line is also the marginal revenue curve. We need MC curve, right? So the portion, so firm enters if PTC or the price is greater than average total cost curve. अब ये जो पोर्शन है MC का अगर आप देखें जो कि ऊपर है, मिनिमम पॉइंट जो है एवरेज टोटल कॉस्ट कर्व के ऊपर है, इस पोर्शन को हम बोलते हैं दिस इज द लॉन्ग रन सप्लाई कर्व. बट मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम since all firms are earning normal profit in the long run, so the supply curve of the firms in the long run is horizontal slope. So again इस डायग्राम में भी ये कोशिश की गई है, the competitive firms long run supply curve is the portion of its marginal cost curve that lies above एवरेज टोटल कास्ट कर्व. सो एवरेज टोटल कास्ट कर्व के ऊपर वाला जो पोर्शन है माइनर कास्ट कर्व का, उसको हम कहते हैं दैट इज द लॉन्ग रन सप्लाई कर्व ऑफ द फर्म इन द परफेक्टली कॉम्पिटिटिव मार्केट. Now we sum up the supply curves of the firms in the short run and in the long run. In the short run, as we said, that the portion of its marginal cost curve that lies above than the average variable cost curve is the supply curve of the firm, and in the long run it is the portion of the marginal cost curve which is above than the minimum point of average total cost curve. So दोनों में फर्क क्या हुआ कि in case of दोनों supply curve में फर्क क्या हुआ कि in case of short run this is a portion of the marginal cost curve which is above than the average variable cost curve, right? And in case of the long run supply curve, this is the portion of the marginal cost curve which is above than the average total cost curve. So what would be the market supply curve then? Market supply curve equal the sum of the quantities supplied by the individual firms in the market. अगर जितनी भी firms उस चीज़ को market में supply कर रही हैं तो उनकी supply को अगर आप जमा कर लेते हैं तो that would give you the market supply curve of the firms. So again इस डायग्राम में इसको थोड़ा सा रिव्यू करने की कोशिश की गई है और try to relate these diagram with the supply curve. दो डायग्राम्स हैं, एक A और B. A में अगर आप देखें तो we try to show how what is the profit of the firm, and दूसरे में हमने कोशिश की है लॉस जो है. तो जैसा कि मैंने आपको बताया कि जब आपने प्रॉफिट शो करना है तो एवरेज टोटल कॉस्ट का जो मिनिमम पॉइंट है दैट शुड बी बिलो देन द रेवेन्यू कर्व. तो अगर इस डायग्राम A में देखें तो ATC को इस तरह ड्रॉ किया गया है कि जो रेवेन्यू से उसका मिनिमम पॉइंट है वो नीचे है, और हमें पता है कि प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमाइजेशन कंडीशन क्या है, दैट इज MR इज इक्वल टू MC. तो MC कर्व हम ड्रा करते हैं और जिस पॉइंट पे ये दोनों कर्व इंटरसेक्ट करते हैं उससे हम नीचे आते हैं. वी फाइंड द टोटल कॉस्ट ऑफ द फर्म एंड देन टोटल रेवेन्यू ऑफ द फर्म एंड सी द डिफरेंस बिटवीन TR एंड TC इज मैक्सिमम, सो द फर्म इज अर्निंग प्रॉफिट एंड विच इज इक्वल टू द शेडेड एरिया. सिमिलरली दूसरे डायग्राम में ये कोशिश की गई है कि हमने कोशिश की है कि लॉस शो करें फर्म्स का, एंड व्हेन यू वांट टू शो द लॉस ऑफ द फर्म, जो एवरेज टोटल कॉस्ट कर्व है उसका जो मिनिमम पॉइंट है उसको आप ऊपर जो है कोशिश करेंगे ड्रॉ करने की, ताकि आप शो कर सकेंगे टोटल कॉस्ट इज मैक्सिमम द टोटल रेवेन्यू. जो रेड पोर्शन जो शेडेड एरिया है दिस इज द लॉस ऑफ द फर्म. Short run, the short run market supply with a fixed number of firms for any given price. Each firm supplies a quantity of output, so the marginal cost equal price. So the market supply curve reflects the individual marginal cost curve. So we can say that the portion है marginal cost curve. So this is the individual supply curve. As we said that in case of short run, and the supply curve of the firm is that portion of marginal cost curve which is above than the average variable cost curve. And in the long run, short run supply in the long run, the portion of marginal cost curve which is above than the average average total cost curve is the basically supply curve of the firm. So मैं repeat करता हूँ कि इन शॉर्ट रन द पोर्शन ऑफ मार्जिनल कॉस्ट कर्व विच इज़ अबव देन द एवरेज वेरिएबल कॉस्ट कर्व, उसको हम सप्लाई कर्व कहते हैं, और इन द लॉन्ग रन दैट पोर्शन ऑफ मार्जिनल कॉस्ट विच इज़ अबव देन the average total cost curve is known as the supply curve. So in individual firms की supply को आप जमा कर लें, that will give you the market supply curve, और जिसको हमने शो किया है डायग्राम 2 में। तो यहीं पे आज का लेक्चर हम क्लोज करते हैं, और आई विल ट्राई टू रिव्यू द कॉन्सेप्ट विच वी हैव लर्न टुडे। सो हमने आज क्या सीखा, वी स्टार्टेड द फर्स्ट मार्केट स्ट्रक्चर which is perfect competition or the perfectly competitive market, and we started to discuss this structure with its characteristics, and we said that we can distinguish or we can differentiate this structure on the basis of characteristics from the other market structures. And what are those characteristics? That number one, there are large number of sellers and buyers in perfectly competitive market, and then free entry and exit की हमने बात की, and no transaction cost, and they have perfect information since there are large number of sellers and buyers in the market, so they are supplying homogeneous product, right? So on the basis of these assumptions, we can say that the possible outcome is that all firms are price taker. They take as a price as a given, and then they consider they have to accept the price which is determined by the market forces. They cannot influence the price. उसके बाद बात की हमने how we can determine the profit maximizing point in the short run and in the long run under perfectly competitive market. तो हमने बात की, हमने देखा कि there are 4 possibilities is of within the firm in perfect competition under the short run period. हमने कौन कौन सी 4 पॉसिबिलिटीज डिस्कस की। हमने कहा कि शॉर्ट रन में मुमकिन होता है कि कुछ फर्म्स जो है प्रॉफिट कमा रही हूँ, तो उसको भी हमने एक्सप्लेन किया विद द हेल्प ऑफ डायग्राम, और उसके बाद हमने बात की देयर इज पॉसिबिलिटी दैट इन द शॉर्ट रन मे बी सम फर्म विल बी बेयरिंग लॉस, तो उसको भी हमने एक्सप्लेन किया। उसके बाद हमने देखा कि जब कुछ फर्म्स नुकसान कमा रही होती हैं, कुछ फर्म्स प्रॉफिट कमा रही होती हैं, तो क्या होता है कि फर्म्स नई आ जाती हैं, कुछ एग्जिस्टिंग फर्म चली जाती हैं, तो फर्म्स नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट भी कमा सकती हैं, तो ये एक पॉसिबिलिटी भी हो सकती है। और जो चौथी पॉसिबिलिटी हमने देखी, दैट वाज दैट देयर इज अ पॉसिबिलिटीज even when the variable cost and fixed cost of the firms are not covering from the business, so they will shut down their business, right? और उसके बाद हमने कोशिश की कि हमने ड्रॉ किया सप्लाई कर्व फर्म्स का in short run and long run, and we said that the portion of MC curve, marginal cost curve, which is above than the average variable cost curve is known as the short run supply curve of the firm. और जब हमने long run की बात की, it is the portion of the MC curve which is above than the average total cost curve. So this what we have learned today. आज का लेक्चर यहाँ पे ख़त्म करते हैं इन्हीं अल्फाज के साथ। अल्लाह हाफ़िज़ and see you next time.